You might think you've seen political manipulation before, but this revelation takes it to a whole new level. A recent expose uncovers how President Biden's inner circle allegedly planned to govern the nation, even as concerns about his cognitive health grew. But what you'll soon find out is that these unelected aides, dubbed the Politburo, were prepared to sideline the president entirely, ensuring he only needed to show proof of life occasionally while they pulled the strings behind the scenes. This video gets into the alarming details of this strategy, the individuals involved, and the implications for our republic. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Look, don't miss our live stream Friday night at 6 o'clock Eastern. Every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern, we do a live stream where we read a bunch of stories through the week that caught my attention. We treat them with a bit of humor, a dash of sarcasm, a whole lot of conservative common sense. My regular subs, please bring some friends this week. They'll have as much fun as you do every single week, and you know it. A shout out to Red State for covering this story. Good job. Now, imagine a scenario where the President of the United States is merely a figurehead, while a select group of unelected aides make the real decision. Isn't that what they did with the auto pen? According to the book Original Sin by Alex Thompson and Very Jake Tapper, this was nearly our reality. The book alleges that President Biden's close advisors, including Mike Donnellan, Steve Ricchetti, Bruce Reed, and even family members Jill and Hunter Biden, formed an inner circle referred to as the Politburo. This group reportedly took significant control over White House decisions, especially as concerns about Biden's mental acuity grew. Now you know why Hunter went into certain cabinet meetings and other meetings. Now you know why Jill actually ran a cabinet meeting. Yeah, they really did this. I mean, think about all the crazy things, the unconstitutional and actually evil things that the Biden administration did for 4 solid years. And then they were going to continue it on, fooling the American people if he didn't get caught being an invalid, brainwashed. One particularly chilling revelation from the book is a quote from an anonymous aide saying he just had to win, and then he could disappear for 4 years. He'd only have to show proof of life every once in a while. His aides could pick up the slack. Yikes.
You quote a longtime Biden aide basically admitting he shouldn't be running again. They said to you on page 85, he just had to win, and then he could disappear for 4 years. He'd only have to show proof of life every once in a while. His aides could pick up the slack. Who would have been running the White House in a second Biden term?
This person went on to say that when you're voting for a president, you're voting for the aides around him. But these aides were not even Senate confirmed aides. These are White House aides. These were unelected people. And one of the things that really, I think, comes out in our reporting here is that if you believe, and I think a lot of these people do sincerely believe, that Donald Trump was and is an existential threat to democracy, you can rationalize anything, including sometimes doing undemocratic things, which I think is what this person is talking about.
This suggests a deliberate plan to minimize the president's public appearances and have the aides effectively run the country. A lot of people believe that's what really happened for the first 4 years anyway. I mean, think about it. They said he signed nearly everything with an auto pen. I mean, the man was falling upstairs. The guy couldn't throw 2 sentences together. He literally couldn't without screwing it up. He couldn't leave a stage properly. Here's where it gets even more concerning. These aides were not Senate-confirmed officials. They were unelected individuals who, according to the authors, believed that keeping Biden in office was essential to prevent Donald Trump from returning to power. Guys, isn't that what everything they did to Trump was for, to keep him out of power? They did the whole emoluments thing in the beginning of 2017. Then they did the Russia thing. They spied on his campaign. I mean, think about it. 2 phony impeachments. And then they threw all the lawfare at him, right? Then they shot him. I mean, think about it. Everything was to keep him out of power. I mean, this belief reportedly justified their actions, even if it meant engaging what some might consider undemocratic practices. Oh, undemocratic practices are fine for the modern day Democrat. You know, the ends justify the means, right? The term Politburo is historically associated with the Executive Committee for Communist Parties, notably in the Soviet Union. And that's what they called themselves. Using this term to describe Biden's inner circle implies a level of centralized control and secrecy that is antithetical to democratic principles. I thought they feared that it was Donald Trump who was going to destroy our democracy. These guys were destroying it, death by 1,000 cuts. Think about that. Think about all the stuff they did. The fact that such a comparison is being made raises questions about transparency and accountability within the highest levels of our government. Moreover, the media's role in this situation can't be overlooked. For years, concerns about Biden's cognitive health were dismissed or downplayed. He's cogent 2.0. Remember all that crap? Now, with these revelations coming to light, it's evident that there was a concerted effort to keep the public in the dark. Democracy, right? This lack of transparency undermines the very foundation of our system, where informed citizens are essential for effective governance. The idea that a group of unelected aides could potentially run the country while the president serves as a mere figurehead is deeply troubling. It challenges our understanding of democratic leadership and raises critical questions about the balance of power within the executive branch. Who was running it? As citizens, we must demand transparency, accountability, and adherence to democratic principles from our leaders and their advisors. The amazing part is that now all the media is saying, well, because of what Biden did, we're going to jump all over Trump. And you know what that means. They're going to make things up left and right, like they always have. But the fact of the matter is, if a Democrat, God forbid, ever gets back into the White House, they'll go back to protecting him or her, whoever the hell it is, no matter what they do. All right. Thanks for watching. Hit that notification bell if you want to be kept up to date with the latest developments in political news. I'll see you in the next one. Spread the word.
Laughed at the mall 'cause your mama forgot. I know it hurt.